that we're ashamed of are actually the key to our freedom. Hi, I'm Tanya, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Threshold. And this week, we're investigating what your shadow is trying to tell you. So the famous psychologist Carl Jung once said that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. So the shadow lives in the dark, and it directs our reactions, our patterns, and our choices without us even realizing it. So this is an idea that I've seen a lot lately about doing shadow work, and I think that all of it, or most of it, comes from Carl Jung's theory of the shadow aspect of our personalities. So just to be clear, it's not evil. It's just a shadow because we have suppressed it. It's everything that we've learned or been taught probably to reject about ourselves. And it could be even things that we might think of as good, like power or confidence. Anytime we've been called like too much and decided, oh, I'll just suppress that part of me. But the thing is that it's hidden, but it's not gone. So let's find it. How do we do that? Well, there's a few ways. One of the ways that you can do it is to list all the things about yourself, like your best attributes that you think are good, and then look at their opposite. Does that make you uncomfortable? If it does, then perhaps those things are in your shadow. Think about what types of people or things trigger you, and then think about, why is that? What is about them, the person or the event, that is triggering you? For me, I thought about it that way, and traffic really triggers me. But it's not so much the traffic. I kept asking why. It was the people doing silly things in traffic. And to me, I finally realized, you know what? It's people being inconsiderate. So it's not just traffic, but traffic just seems to be the one that I encounter the most, I would say. And then I realized, oh, okay. So I always think of myself as being very considerate, but I must be suppressing the inconsiderate. And people who know me, you may have seen me be inconsiderate. So that's my shadow coming out, right? But I'm covering it with people pleasing. So these judgments that we have about people or things or places are often projections, and they can be signs to point you to things about yourself that you have disowned. I wanted to use the 7 deadly sins as an example of what I mean here. And I don't think they're moral failures. I think we can use them as an invitation to explore. For example, envy. If we look at envy without putting a judgment on it, it's really just telling you what you want. Pride. Perhaps you've just suppressed your confidence or your self-confidence. Wrath can be showing you, oh my goodness, somebody has crossed my boundaries. That's where I have to put up a boundary. Sloth can be showing you resistance to things that no longer serve you, or maybe never served you, and that's why you have so much resistance to doing them or taking part in them. Greed can be showing you where you have a fear of lack, or where you need more meaning. Gluttony can be you numbing your unmet needs with that, or it can just be showing you what you really think is important. And lust, with the obvious, without lust we don't reproduce, but also that goes along with perhaps suppressed creativity or things that you've embodied. So I would say, don't let anybody tell you that they're sins. I think they've got it wrong and they missed a letter, and they're not sins, they're signs. Perhaps that happened at the Council of Nicaea or something. That's my little history joke. But I would invite you to read them, the sins or the signs, whatever you want to call them, as doorways or thresholds and to show you where you can go along on your path. So now we have found them and looked at what they might be telling us. Now we need to integrate them. So, for example, I love wrath now because it has told me where I need boundaries. So now I'm calling up my shadow going, hey, shadow, I need you. I need a little bit of wrath here. I need to put up a boundary. There's too many people coming for my light, or probably I'm giving away too much of my light. Acknowledge all of your parts, right? Nothing is good. Nothing is bad. It's only in how we use all of those parts of ourselves. As I was saying, right, that light can be too much. I can be giving away too much. That's too much. Too much kindness or meekness can turn into people pleasing. So what I'm basically saying is that light creates shadow, and shadow is the boundary to that light. It protects it. So my challenge to you is this week, pick a sin or a sign. Doesn't have to be that one. It doesn't have to be one of the 7 deadly ones. It can be, you can borrow mine of inconsideration, or pick any other one that you find in yourself. And then when you find it, ask it without judgment, why are you here? What are you trying to teach me? What can I learn from you? This is going to free up energy, so much psychic energy, I think, because we don't have to suppress it or repress it anymore. Welcome your sin to the party. You know what? Most good parties have a couple of sins, right? And treat it for what it is. This is a step in us becoming whole, not perfect, just integrating all the parts of us to become whole. And to me, that's what it means to get beyond the threshold. So good luck to you, and I'll see you next week.